Welcome to SST स्पर्धा परीक्षा मार्गदर्शन केंद्र. In this lecture, we will take English shorthand dictation 60 word per minute. Let's start. Para. I had no intention to take part in this debate, but looking at the different points of view which different honorable members have put forward, I think I should mention the position as it is with regard to groundnut oil. It is commodity the production of which varies from year to year. It has got to a large extent to depend on the climate, rain, and so forth. It is difficult to evaluate the crop because groundnut is grown in different parts of the country and it begins to move in one part in October and November and in some other parts in December and January. Therefore, it is difficult to evaluate the exact position of groundnut. Besides, we do not have correct data as regards the crop. Unfortunately, our statistics with regard to agricultural production are MEAGRE and it is difficult to know exactly what the crop are of different commodities and therefore it is difficult to evaluate even the crops. Para. I would also like to inform the House that of the total crop of groundnuts, exports are to the extent of 2 has to 5%. There is not so much of surplus as it is somehow or other felt here. So whatever the export policy of the government to reflects on the price structure that every small percentage to export has a bearing on the price structure of groundnut because there is a very small percentage of surplus. If a little more is exported, the price goes up, and if a little less is exported, there is always a tendency for the price to fall. Para. I heard an honorable member say that the policy should be such that the growers must know beforehand what it is. This year, if I may just illustrate, in the beginning the prices were much higher than what they are today. The prices have dropped even though export was allowed because the export duty was put in last year. The prices were much lower in the beginning of the season and then they went up. It is a difficult thing and I can appreciate the difficulty of the Honorable the Commerce and Industry Minister with regard to what the export policy should be. It is also difficult for him to follow exactly the effect the export policy will have on the internal price structure in the next year.